Hi traders, welcome to this Blueberry Markets video update with me, 噚𝖥𝖣yi, Senior Market Analyst. In this video, we're going to be covering the US dollar and in particular Euro US dollar, as we've seen some really interesting news, and obviously we've got a couple of data sets coming out tomorrow in Europe as well as the US. So what happened today? Well, you can see here core CPI month on month actually rose from 0.2% to 0.3%, and we saw the CPI year on year come in above estimates and expectations, coming up from that 3.2% to 3.7%. So that's a little bit of a shock in the market in terms of that data coming in a little bit higher than anticipated. So again, it adds the question to what the Fed are going to do in their next meeting. I still think that the Fed are more likely to pause interest rates, but there is a potential for it to be a more hawkish pause now, and the dollar did gain some strength off the back of that data. Coming up tomorrow, though, we have a really important announcement from Europe. You can see at 1:15 p.m. British Standard Time, we have a interest rate decision from the ECB looking to pause interest rates at the 4.25%. ECB press conference follows that at 1:45 p.m. And then in the middle of that, we've got all this US CPI data. PPI data and retail sales data, and there's a bit of a mixed outlook for that as well. And tomorrow is going to be very, very interesting, especially for the Euro US dollar, because of all this mix of data. Now, typically in those type of markets, we could see a little bit of a sort of range developing. Now, this is the US dollar index. We're on the daily chart. We can see that price at the moment is trading around about the 104, maybe even the 104.70s. We've retested this level of support at the 104.50, and we're heading for that 105.50 high. Now, that was a level that we pointed out previously after looking on this weekly time frame. We were looking at the potential for price to come into those highs that formed back in February and March, and we were looking to see if price would extend into that. Now, obviously, if we do see any kind of upward move from the news that we've had today, or piggybacking that news today, then we could see that move obviously go into that level. If we come down to a 4-hour time frame as well, price is still technically bullish here from a technical perspective. So there is still some opportunities here for the dollar to come and reach that 105.50, and the volatility tomorrow may provide that potential move. I think if we do see a lot of misses on the news in terms of core PPI coming in lower, core retail sales coming in lower as expectations here, but if they miss those expectations coming even lower than that, then the dollar could start to weaken and we could see a break back below the 104.50 level, which then could offer us opportunities maybe if price was to come back down towards 103.50. If the ECB do pause interest rates and they say that they're pretty much done with that potential tightening cycle now, then there could be some further downside to come for Euro US dollar. If I just go up to that weekly time frame, we are now in that area of support that we did discuss before. If I just grab the horizontal line tool, the support we were talking about was around about the 1.0675 in here. If I just make that a support level, we just bring those coordinates up to 75, there's potential that price is going to come into this level and find some kind of support. At the moment, stochastic still looking very bearish here. The market's still pushing lower, but if we get any kind of a pause and it is the end of the tightening cycle, then euro could actually suffer a little bit tomorrow, and a break of that 106.75 level could offer some further downside for euro dollar, with the next level of support coming in and around about this area down here at the 105.35, which were the lows that formed back on the 27th of February. So there's potential for that to happen. Obviously, if we do see a bit more of a hawkish pause, then there could be some upside for this market, but it could be a little bit of a mixed day for Euro US dollar going into tomorrow. I'll be very cautious with this market. But what we could do is wait for that data to drop, see how price performs, and if we get any kind of breaks of key structure points, like a break of this low, for instance, then maybe traders could be looking for those opportunities short to the next level of support. If we see the opposite happen and we see a breakout, maybe then we can be looking at something like this trend line resistance. You can see price tried to break out previously but failed up at that 1.0925. If price was to break this to the upside, maybe that would be the next level that price goes to interact with as well. So keep an eye on Euro US dollar. It's going to be a really important chart going into tomorrow. I hope you enjoyed this video update. If you did, leave it a thumbs up. Subscribe to the YouTube channel to see some more forex trading content. I'll speak to you in the next video.